Alright, off you go. Your clout is no longer needed. You can be dismissed. Well. Hello, and welcome. It is almost Ren Fair season. Time of dressing up, acting like a bunch of weirdos in public, kind of. Drinking mead, eating turkey legs, acting like a bunch of weirdos, which isn't a whole lot different from my everyday life. This is just more so on purpose, I guess. So this video, I am going to be making the only Ren Fair costume that I'm making for this year, because I'm going to be doing some repeats. May have bitten off a bit more than I can chew, but I think it's going to be okay. I'm doing this dress for the Celtic weekend. Is that dress style actually like Celtic? No idea. Am I gonna change it up anyway? A little bit. But I'm essentially using these pants that I got for $1 at a Thriftapalooza because it matches pretty closely to my fiance's kilt, so we'll be kind of matching. His kilt is the actual tartan of Scotland, one of them. This is not that. I'm very aware of that. This was just cheap and $1, whereas just a yard of the actual tartan is at least $25 from where I could find. And to go with this flannel, that's what we're gonna call it, I got my dark blue to kind of match. I got a jacquard fabric with some roses, and then I just got a basic green for the bottom skirt part. I am going to be making a few changes just for my own comfort level. I'm only using a smidgen of this because it's thick, and Ren Fair's in June. It's gonna be warm, and I get hot really easily. So we're gonna hope for the best. And yeah. Forgot to mention that because of the type of style of this, I'm also gonna need some interfacing so it's nice and stiff. We want the support. The girls need it. But it's fusible interfacing. On the package, it said like sew-in interfacing, but I like fusible because it just stays. Here's a closer look at the pattern I'm using. I'm changing the style of sleeves and completely getting rid of the long sleeves. I'm using the jacquard fabric for the top and the train, and the green fabric for the skirt, and using the flannel for that little bit in the front. I just started looking at the instructions and I'm already confused. Trying to just figure out what numbers for the pattern I'm supposed to cut out. It says with or without nap. I don't know what that means. And I forgot to pick out a lining, so gonna have to do that. But I don't know what nap means. It doesn't say. So I guess we'll see. Definitely bit off a little more than I could chew. Just a little bit. A little bit. It'll be fine. It's gonna be great. Don't you even worry.
One eternity later.
Alright, so I got all of my pattern pieces cut. That took a long time. I did not film it because it took so long. I was originally going to start with the top part, but that's very complicated. I don't really feel like doing that yet, so I'm just going to do the skirt portion, which I'm doing with this green. Hopefully I have enough. I have to cut 7 of these on a fold. plus more pieces. So we'll see. I think it'll be fine. Totally. But it's gonna be a flouncy skirt, and I'm very excited. Now I just have to do that 6 more times. Yay me. Alright, I got all of my pieces for the skirt cut. That took a while. I did have enough fabric, so we are all good on that front. I even have a lot extra, more than I thought I would, so that's pretty great. So I think this is gonna be the end of day 1 for me, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the next part. Alright, so it's officially day 2. I did some stuff. I had like a half day yesterday where I didn't do a whole lot of filming. I was just going. So this is officially day 2. I have a lot of hemming to do. For the bottom tier of the skirt, I have to hem both ends and then gather all of that. I don't think I'm going to film a whole lot of that because it's just hemming. So that's the next step. And then we will get the bottom tier of the skirt put together, and then we'll do a try on before we start the top. Go on. You're ready to see. Go that way. I don't trust you, just stand. Go on. Go. Fine then. So I put on the petticoat first, which is the one I am going to be wearing to make sure it all settled nicely. Then I threw on the almost finished skirt. It does have the clasps on it already, it just needs to be hemmed. But look at the flouncy level, look at how it flows. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. Alright, so it's the next-ish day. It hasn't actually been consecutive, but I'm in my living room today because for the next part, I needed a lot more room. One of the pieces is very large, so I need my living room floor and not my workspace upstairs. So let me just show you how big this thing is. So this is one of them, currently being blown by the heater. This is the piece. Taller than me, because it has to go down the back into cape. That's why I need a whole bunch of floor. Laying out the rest of my pattern pieces, Once they were pinned down, I did cut them, and then after cutting was done, I did do the fusible interfacing and the lining. So once everything was all cut up and ready to go, I laid it out on the table to see the whole thing put together. And after everything was laid out, I got to sewing. The cape took quite a long time, but putting the actual panels together was not very difficult. Once they were starting to be sewn, it was really coming together. And I was almost out of thread, but luckily I got through it. Then here's it on the mannequin, and I'm so excited at this point. Then it got to the sleeves. I'm doing this princess style sleeve where you cut strips in and then fill the filler strips so it looks like this, and you get this bubble, like Snow White sleeves, I think is the inspiration, but I just call them princess sleeves because they have the princess poof, and I think they're absolutely adorable. Insert cat. Then my fiance helped me with hemming the dress. And here is the first try on the night before the Ren Fair. The cape turned out absolutely fantastic. It's flowy, it's flouncy. At the Ren Fair, I decided to bustle it so I wasn't dragging on the ground. And it looks so cute. Here's another look at it. Completely bustled. And then I'll take it down again. My fiance helped me take it down so I can show off the cape again. It is so flowy. This is after the Ren Fair, so it stood up really well, and I'm super happy with how it came out. Hello! So, just got back from the Renaissance Fair. It was a little muggy out today. We had a little bit of rain, but it's fine. I'm here to do my thoughts on my dress, outfit, whatevers. Overall, I am quite happy with how it turned out. I definitely procrastinated hardcore. My cats can attest, but I think it turned out fantastic. I got loads of compliments at the Ren Fair. Was talking to some other people about the process. I did wear it bustled at the Renaissance Fair because I didn't want sticks and rocks and dirty things to get stuck in the train, which is totally fine. I think the bustle was very cute and worked out very well. But I did not get overly hot, which was fantastic. I also did not wear a corset underneath this, and I think that was the way to go. It is a little bit big, especially when I sit down. It's a little big on the shoulders. And I did end up having to cinch pretty much the entire way on the sides. So I'm very happy that I did include these little loops. But flounciness, 10 out of 10. This skirt pattern is absolutely fantastic. I will be wearing this again to the next Ren Fair that I go to, which is next weekend. Very excited about how it turned out. Will my process get any better? Probably not. This will not be the last time I procrastinate on a project. It's not the first time. But live and learn. Yeah, I think this was a big win. The only thing that I wish I did is this silk fabric frays like nobody's business, and I wish I serged the edges where I have a raw seam, like on the back of the train. But not too shabby. I'm very happy with the sleeves, like the princess sleeves. You can't really tell in like pictures or things like that, but I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Definitely worth the effort that these took because I like them better than what the original pattern had, which is always a win. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this journey of making this dress. I am super excited to make more. And yeah, now I have another project under my belt to add to my flouncy closet. Bye-bye.